Greetings, Commanders! Welcome to Kerrash Landing, episode 20, recorded on the 20th of December 2013. I'm Commander Kerrash, and in this episode we're going to play the Elite Dangerous Alpha 1.1. And what's new in 1.1, you ask? Well, we've got a Christmas bobblehead! Isn't that nice of Frontier? Of course I'm trolling, we have Oculus Rift support. Oh my god, am I excited! This is what I've been waiting for. I cannot wait. Right. Oh, that is a strange sensation. And I'm in a different room. My word. I will try my best to describe this to people, but I'm afraid it is just one of those really, really strange things that you have to try yourself to believe. But we're going to start from the very beginning. A very good place to start. So I must warn you that unfortunately, I think have I broken it? I'm switching windows in between it. Yeah, unlike my normal streams, unfortunately I'm gonna have to pause probably in between each scenario and just pop into view the questions, because I'm not going to be able to see the question streams whilst I'm playing. So in between loading and various scenarios, I'm going to try and catch up with the questions. So there might be a few breaks in between things. It seems like, oh, there we go. Switching windows has broken my build. Greetings there. Welcome to everyone joining the stream tonight. So in our in 20th episode, we've finally got Rift support. I hope that's coming across okay in the stream. Unfortunately, my head position is off. I might have to restart. Oh, the joys of VR. It's wonderful stuff. Oh dear, apologise for this. I will just try and reset that. This is one of the big issues with VR, actually, is trying to get it all set up nicely so that you can sit comfortably in your seat and still play. Also, you're completely blindfolded whilst you're trying to do this. There we go. Okie dokie. Let's try that one again then. There we go, there's my mouse. Okay, so obviously I'm just using the Oculus Rift dev kit at the moment, and one of the big limitations of that is the resolution is not the final resolution. It's only 1280 by 800 resolution, so it's going to be a little bit lower than quality than what you're used to seeing on the stream here. So yep, that looks like I'm facing the right way now, so excellent. Whoa. Okay, so I'm just going to sit here for a moment and take this in, because my word. There are no words for it. There's the classic replica BBC keyboard there. Love it. I want to duck my head down below that keyboard. Oh no, here for the first time actually you can get a pretty good view of the cargo bay entrance there, which is pretty cool. You can see the detail that's gone in the little handlebars around the sides, because obviously you're going to be floating into this cockpit in 0G, and it does feel a lot more cramped than it appears on the pictures, I must admit. You know, this is kind of like sitting in the cab of a modern day lorry or something like that. It does feel a bit more close quarters. And there's the there's the guidebook tucked away there, which someone spotted on the forums the other day. And that really does look like a backboard or something there. We've got a first aid kit down there, naturally, necessity in space. And obviously my little place to put my seat. So like I said, chair is missing, yes. Yeah, the chair is absent at the moment. I don't know if there's a plan to add that in, or whether there's an assumption that your commander is basically floating in a kind of a tractor beam type thing or something like that. I know there's been talk about that before. So here we go, we've got the HUD. The HUD just seems a little farther away than what I've been used to, but so I'm going to have to change one setting. The only noticeable bug I found at the moment, which I will report as soon as, is the shadows on. Just going to see if that's better. Oh my word! I hate it when that happens. It's just popped into half a screen for me. That's useful. This is fiddly, to say the least. And I've completely lost how realistic does the duct tape work. Oh dear. Okay, I can't see the mouse cursor and do this. No. No, it's no good. I'm gonna have to just pop this off a second. See, we have technical issues on the feed. There we go. That's back to normal. So I was debating about this actually when I just got hold of it. I had a quick test to see whether I could stream it with just the one eye, so it would look a little clearer to most folks. But unfortunately, it really just doesn't work like that very well. So I'm going to have to stream it with both eyes, and I think that's probably the best thing to do for most people anyway. Because if there's anyone out there who has a Rift, but unfortunately doesn't have access to the alpha, they can at least watch this video back, and it would be as if they're looking through my eyes, as I've mentioned before. So yeah. So as I was saying, there's a few odd glitches with the way that shadows are rendered, and that's the same for a lot of games with Rift support actually, which is why a lot of old games won't actually run correctly with the Rift, and it's all down to the way that shadows work. I've lost it again. There we go. Right. Let's try to get back to the important stuff now then. Yeah. Okay, on with the show. So the number one best thing about this with the Rift, obviously, is I can do crazy things like this to track potential targets, which lets me spin around to crazy degrees, keep track of targets on my radar, and spot them without looking down. It's a bit of a shame really, because it kind of, you don't tend to look at the scanner unless you completely lose track of someone. Whoops. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, you don't tend to look down to the scanner as much now, so it kind of it doesn't make it redundant so much, but if you lose track of someone, you just look down at the scanner a little quick. But most of the time you can just spin around, and you've just got such a wide field of view. Whee! On to the next one. So I'll just load up the next mission and check some questions in there. What did I miss? Okay. Whack it with the hammer, yes. Two versions of the menu screen, yes. The right part of the screen is clipped. Oh, I see what you mean, yeah. What that effectively does is, because of the center of the screen is where the bridge of my nose is, it makes the menu look okay to me. I see the left-hand side of the menu myself in my left eye, but in my right eye I see the right-hand part, so even though they appear clipped in those views, my eyes converge back together and they look like a floating menu sat in front of me. How close is the cockpit for me? Everything looks far away. Yes, yeah, Max Ren. Actually, it it does feel further away than I was expecting. It's almost like it doesn't feel like the desk right in front of me. In fact, where these two, which I assume are foot positions here on the floor, they feel like where my feet are. And it definitely looks like that scanner is kind of coffee table distance, if that makes sense. You know, it's you'd have to lean forward to reach it. But then I think that's the effect that they're going for. We've seen in the concept art so far that oh, I see a ship. In the concept art, we've seen that the commander would be sat with a physical control stick back in the position I'm at right now. So see if we can get a target on this guy. I can see him. See, when you can't see them on the screen, you kind of look down at the scanner for a second. You're probably seeing my head movements rapidly spinning around. I apologise if it's that's a little fast. One of the odd things I've noticed, if I can't see where the sun is, but when you actually look at the sun, in some ways the renderer is a little too realistic, because you're actually, if you catch the sun just around the edge of your cockpit, you get the glare of the sun in one eye but not in the other. It kind of flickers, does that annoying thing like when you're driving your car and the sun's just behind the edge of your visor or something like that, and you get that annoying kind of flicker when you're driving. It does exactly that, which is a very weird natural thing, but ultimately very realistic. But it's kind of makes it very, very difficult when that's flickering in your eyes. On to the next scenario, so I'll just take some questions a bit quick. Blow something up. Boom, boom, boom. Shadows are weird. Yes, that was something I was just mumbling to myself when I was trying to get it set up, which is why we lost the stream for a second. At the moment, there's a really odd thing with the shadows. It's all to do with the way that shadows are rendered in a lot of games, really, as they tend to be drawn to a buffer off screen. So with two views, you ultimately get a few issues with it. Here we go. Incoming spaceship. So you might notice on the dash just to the left of the scanner there, we've got a new bobblehead just in time for Christmas. Frontier are giving us a nice little present there, and it's a Christmas tree, of course, which is wonderful. I mean, this is enough of a Christmas present for me. I'm incredibly pleased about this. So the thing I find most excellent is obviously this kind of thing doing here. I can just keep someone in track that you normally would struggle to do. You'd have to follow the engine streams. I mean, on top of that, the engine trails you see coming out of ships. Wow, the depth of them stands out like you wouldn't believe with the Rift. Well, I noticed the red flare then from the otherwise blue engines. I think that's when the boost kicks on ships, is something I've noticed. And I would say that definitely with the Rift, the sense of depth in the aiming is made a lot easier, actually. Oh, he's boosting away. Boom! Wow. Well, I just want to sit in this cockpit and stare around at things. It's such a fantastic feeling. This is just how I imagined it when I was a kid. It's excellent. Okay, load the next scene up. Greetings, Commander. Where are the sub-menus? Oh, sub-menus. Oh, for the left and right. Oh, crikey, I haven't figured that bit out yet. I will find that for you now. Crash, what are the differences between the first alpha and 1.1? Can't make out the bobblehead, it's too small. Yeah, it is a little small on there, really. I don't think I can zoom in any. What I will do is I will just check the options menu, see if there's some way we can do this. So yeah, so there's normally a left and right view you can bring up. I don't know where that's gone. Unfortunately, the resolution of the Rift means that most of this text is pretty much unreadable at the moment, so it's definitely worth everyone waiting to get the consumer version of the Rift, Which I think is what I've been recommending to everyone on the forums anyway. I mean, definitely if you get a chance to try one of these out, and if you live close enough to me, you know, we can arrange a meetup. If you're unfortunately you didn't get a chance to make it to Elite Meet and try it out, so I brought my Rift there for people to try. But mode switches, here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Which should work. Toggle mouse look. UI mode. Context menu panel. Panel 25. Okie dokie. So we should be able to press. Nope, we haven't got the menu. Oops. Nope, I'm totally lost for buttons right now. That's our target. That's our system. Thrust. No, I cannot find the... Nope. Well, I don't know where on earth that is. Whoa! Okay, that is... that's going to be a problem if I can't get to the system menu. Not sure where that is. I will have to try and dig around for that. Sorry, Alien. The other differences between this one and the very first alpha, as far as I can tell, the 3D support and the the little bobblehead for fun. I'm not sure if there are many other changes at the moment. I know there was quite a few mentioned, so here we go. Here's where you get the little flicker. You might be able to see it in one eye independently to the other. You get this odd kind of flicker, which can be a little bit distracting, I must admit. It's in the left eye at the moment, but not the right eye. Yeah, so I can't see many other changes at the moment, but I definitely will check it out. I'm going to need to look at the manuals and everything. RTFM and find out where those sub-menu buttons are. Darren Gray's going to stalk me now. There, test and death. I wonder how the missile trails would look when I fire them. Ooh, where's the first mission with missiles? Do I have... I have small missiles on here. Let's find a target and try that out. I will try and pop the Rift off my head to catch the odd question. Like I said right at the start, it is kind of difficult to keep track of two screens when I've got this on my head, basically making me blind. Oh, and I tell you, the glare from the sun makes much more of a difference now with the Rift on than the regular monitor. It really does kind of feel a bit more blinding, like you're staring at a very, very bright light. It isn't just a fancy effect anymore, so that's going to make battles really, really interesting. So again there, it is rather natural just to like spin your head around and boom, boom. Whoa, those trails do feel like they're a couple of feet to the side of me. It's a very, very odd sensation. I don't feel like I'm sat in my my spare room anymore. I literally am sat in the seat of a 34th century spacecraft. It's really, really odd feeling. My word. Boom, boom. Where'd that debris go? Whoa! Oh dear. You really do get this really, really odd feeling of depth. Kind of get that nervousness, like, oh, am I going to fit that car through the gap there that you get when you're driving for real. Reload, reload. So the gimbaled weapons are definitely a really good idea now with this on. It aiming is a little bit harder. But I think I think there might be something to do with the way that the oh, let's fly through. No, he's gone. He's gone. Yeah, I think it's actually something to do with the way that the HUD is rendered. The HUD is made to look as if I'm. You can see the star on top of the Christmas tree wobbling back and forth. The HUD itself is rendered in such a way as it's floating in front of me, and you kind of naturally expect the target reticule to be roughly in the position of the thing you're aiming, not you know, just a couple of inches in front of your face. So that's a really odd sensation there. One Vega there, about 20 minutes away. Yeah. That's, we'll have to sort out a meet. You can come and try it out. So I definitely am up for letting anyone who wants to try the Rift have a go. It's one of those things that you really need to try to experience. I think everyone that I've got down, even people that are a bit kind of skeptical of it, they try it and they're instantly fans of it. It's a very odd thing to describe. Does it feel natural left and right to check out the displays? Yeah, I mean, if I could figure out how to activate the displays, yes, it does actually feel really cool just zipping around. It's just like you'd expect. Psycho Cow's here to spread his utter jealousy. Not allowed to play until you get one. I wish I could share it with more people. I would gladly share it with anyone I can. Rift means you can't use submarines. I don't know. I think there's a button for it. I literally have come home, downloaded it, and fired it up because it's so awesome. I have to try it. There we go. Aliens within walking distance. Yes, it might take you a long time to walk all that way, but yeah. Okie dokie. So let's try and take out that Cobra. See, I just want to stop and stare at the asteroids. This is the problem. It's the Rift is such a distraction. It makes mundane things really fun to look at. So I've actually noticed one of the things I wasn't even aware of really. You get the little Navi indicator up in the top corner there, which flashes whenever your current velocity vector is going to cause you to have a collision. I wasn't even aware that was what that was for originally. And that makes perfect sense now. Surge detected. There's the red flare from the back of his engines there, and he's firing away. So I might have to adjust the targeting system, because I'm not seeing the lead reticule here, which is making it very difficult to take him out with these weapons. I assume they're not gimbaled, so oh, they do have a slight gimbling to them, but without the lead indicator to show me where he's heading to, it's kind of difficult to get a hit on him. There we go. Ooh! Ooh, proximity alert. Excellent. The engines seem to have a blinding effect, like this. Oh, sorry, I've missed a couple there. Yeah, everyone's carpooling to my place. Excellent. I can squeeze a few people in the room, definitely, no problem. Oh, my voice got faint. Sorry, I probably kicked the microphone out of the way with my trying to adjust. How far can I turn my head around? Completely. I'll have have a look at that second. And sorry, Max, around there, yeah, the engines in the sun definitely do seem to be a bit more dazzling than they were before. I don't know if that's been adjusted. I can turn my head a full 180. Party at my place, yes. Yes, we're going to have an Elite Dangerous Rift party. So, Predator and Prey, that was the next mission. I've not played any of these scenarios yet. I've literally just plugged the Rift in, and well, I've played the scenarios obviously in 1.0 originally, so I know what they are, but I've not played them with the Rift yet, so you're seeing me do this for the first time, so I may be completely new to this. And yes, so I can show you right here, I can literally, if I'm swiveling my seat around, naturally I'm not reenacting something out of the Exorcist here, but no, you can literally turn your head around, you know, more than 180 degrees if you need to. The view will literally point where your head is pointing, sort of thing. So completely natural and smooth, and I'm getting a very decent frame rate with it, better than I've actually had from a lot of other games. So fantastic. Rightio. So I do want to sneak up on these federal fighters and do it properly, but at the same time I just want to have fun and play with this. So one of the things I wouldn't have spotted unless I read about it actually was on the right hand side indicator in the scanner there. Yeah, I'm going to have to change that lead indicator. Yeah, on the right hand side of the scanner where your velocity marker is, there's a little white marker that shows you the optimal position to put it in order to get to the current target. So that makes a world of difference in maneuverability, and you really need to pay attention to it. Okie dokie. So let's put that back on traditional. Hopefully that lead indicator will pop up and make things a little easier. There we go. Okay, so I think there might be an issue with the way the advanced lead indicator works with the Rift, because it tends to move your crosshair around independently of the cockpit. I'm practically arching my neck right over now, but it just proves how awesome having the Rift on here, it makes such a difference in the way you can play. But yeah, that see this now, the lead indicator is tracking him quite nicely, so I can keep a target on him. Surge detected. Completely lost track of him because I was looking at the scanner. There you are. See, the rather odd thing is I'm actually finding it you can kind of shut one eye to aim if you're trying to be careful, which is really weird. It's almost like having a gun in real life. Do that look down the barrel sort of thing. Come on, you. Yeah, gotcha. So the other unnatural thing you can do, which you wouldn't normally be able to do, is I can stare down at his hull amount without turning my head too much, which is quite nice. Keep an eye on things like that. Been ripped apart by this Cobra. He's quite well equipped. Whoa. Oh dear, that made my stomach go. Oh, that was peculiar. I was thrusting downwards to keep a tighter loop. Oh, I've got a shield malfunction. Oh no! Oh no! 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 Oh! Oh, that is a weird out-of-body experience. Oh my god, that is a weird feeling. Oh dear. Commander Janna, the Exorcist was a 360-degree head turn. I can definitely try that. I'll get tangled in cables, but it'll be good fun. So, oh, now I don't know where my seat is and I'm going to fall over. It is a very, very odd sensation. There. It is, yes, that's right. It is definitely a heck of a lot easier to keep track of your target. As nice as the scanner is, and it's a very, very handy thing to have on there. Especially, well, like I said earlier on, you can look down at the scanner to get a nice view of where things are that if you've lost track of them. But definitely when you're dogfighting with someone, keeping track of them with the Rift is excellent. Like I've just spotted that one right over there. I can see you. Which I can just taunt him a little bit, get the guns out ready. But if I makes it a heck of a lot easier, and you start doing really weird maneuvers to flip over so you can look through the top of your canopy. Just kind of instinctually, it's just kind of seems the right thing to do now, which is rather odd. You get yourself into these really weird situations. Oh, he's behind me. There he is. It's things you wouldn't naturally think of doing, but like for example, I was flying close to an asteroid earlier on, and normally if you were getting close to the edge of this one I'm coming up on now, your natural reaction is to turn and fly this way. Well, actually, it kind of makes more sense. You keep it in your view above and pitch down instead as you fly away from it. You can keep it in your view whilst you spin around. It's not what you naturally think of doing, but it just seems to work a lot better. See, I can avoid doing what I normally doing, flying into asteroids, a lot easier with the full visibility of the Rift, which is fantastic. So let's try and sneak up on one of these and take him out. Boom. Now where's that? Oh, my stomach just went. Where is he? Where is he? Whoops! Whoops! Okay, maybe you're not completely immune to doing what I normally do. Oh, there he is. I'll switch to silent running mode. Oh my dear, this is like approaching a wall. There he is. You see the whoops, the HUD appears to be rendered on my windshield, so yes, I'm aware of the proximity alert. Is he gonna spot me? Oh, this is nerve-wracking. Stop the flashing light, you stupid computer. He's still travelling away from me. I think 3 kilometers is about regular weapon range, so I'm gonna have to dump out some coolant, I think. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Oh my word. This is like driving a car for the first time. He's still travelling away, so I think he's... Oh! Contact lost. Excellent. It's another thing I didn't really spot properly on my first playthrough. Contact lost pops up there, which is a useful way of knowing that you definitely have got rid of that target you were looking at. Shields recharging. Let's target the next one. So he's over there somewhere. Ah. I don't know if that was on the previous version. I just noticed just to the top left corner of the scanner there, there's a little reticule with the old school planet position, just like in the original Elite. I don't recall that being there on the last Alpha build. Does anyone else remember seeing that there? That's a nice little nod. I like that. Yeah, there definitely seems to be an odd disparity in the way that the HUD reticule is rendered. I think that's something that might need changing to be less jarring. Like I was saying, the reticule's rendered where it should be, which is right where the HUD is, you know, like, as if it was a foot in front of me. But unfortunately, my eyes are trying to converge on the ship, which is kilometre and a half away from me, so my eyes keep wanting to change focus from the thing which is in the distance and with the HUD reticule which is very close to me, which is a little uncomfortable, but I'm sure it's one of those things that Frontier have recognised and want to work on a way of doing that. You can definitely see that it's there where it's got stuck because the menus popped up. It is rendered independently of the rest of the HUD, so they're probably right now, well, not right now, but they've all gone to sleep, but or gone home at least. But there's probably something they're working on to render that that in the top right there, that little circle reticule, to be at a more natural feeling distance. What questions have I missed? For those who just joined in, actually, I do apologise if I am missing your questions, because I'm trying to flick my visor up, so to speak, so that I can actually read the questions in between missions and everything. Hanser, do the backwards into asteroids while looking behind me. Okay. I can definitely look up above the cockpit view. The reticule kind of tilts when it's in your peripheral vision. Yeah, that's one of the odd things to do with Rift games, actually, is... oh dear, supply strike is the next mission. Yeah, it automatically adjusts things correctly, so that in my view, the rotation is correct. So, you know, to me, this doesn't feel weird at all, tilting my head from side to side, but for everyone watching, I imagine it looks really, really odd. So my brain is naturally compensating for the fact that my head is tilted to the side. But from everyone else's point of view, it looks really, really odd. So, oh, backwards into an asteroid. I'm gonna have to do another mission for that. Do I want to quit? No, I want to live here forever. Let's just do the first mission, just to demonstrate, because that's what we're all about on Kerrash Landing, is demonstrating things for the community, even if that means crashing into asteroids, because we care. I think that's the closest asteroid, or perhaps that one. Oh dear, that's disorientating. Okay. This really is weird. It is like driving a car. Backwards, yeah. Back a bit, back a bit. No, other way, yeah. Back a bit, back a bit. There. You're right, Bob. You're fit. Carry on, carry on. Yes, go back. It's alright. No, there's plenty of room, mate. Come on. Back it up. You're sorted. Yeah, go on, gun it. Gun it. You're alright, mate. Go on. Oh, that is really, really weird. That really does feel like there's an entire massive cliff behind me. Oh! Oh! Oh, don't worry. It'll buff out. It'll buff out. It's fine. Oh dear. Just want to reach it and touch it. Oh wow! I didn't spot that before. The glare on the glass in front there is scratches. They really do show up much better with the Rift on, actually. That's fantastic. And that's one of the other good things about the way that the Rift works, actually, is you can really get a sense of depth. Like that makes the glass feel like I can just put my hand up at arm's reach and touch it. But this asteroid feels very, very close as well. My word. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa! That is very, very weird. And kind of stomach churning. I just want to live in this game now. That's excellent. Just notice that there, actually, if I come out into the clear, it does look like the background has been refined slightly as well. I recall the background nebular being a bit more nebular. I'm sorry, that's the accent bearing through too much then. Oh, there's another example of the left eye and right eye, because my right eye is just ever so slightly to the side. I'm getting glare off the sun, but not from the other. Ah, there's the regular part of the nebula there, but that cluster of stars over there looks a lot more refined, actually. I don't know if it just feels that way because it feels more realistic, but I don't recall it looking that good before. Oh, I just wish I could get to that planet. Anyway, let's pop out to another scenario, and I'll try and what have we got on here? We'll try the next one. Okay, sorry, I missed that, Hans. So it looks plainer to me. Yes, even if the target reticule's wobbling all over the place to everyone else, it's feeding two completely different images into my eyes, so it makes it look natural and flat, as if the interface is kind of floating in front of me, like on a piece of paper or something like that. Commander Jan, then you get motion sickness when I tilt my head. I'm sorry. It is one of those really really odd things trying to watch someone else play the Rift. Oh, Houston, we have a problem. Yep. Okay, I just I clicked away from the window and I've shut the exe down. Bear with me 2 seconds. Okay, I'm gonna have to restart the exe, I think there. So sorry for that. Like I said, it's kind of difficult. I have to switch views and everything else, so that's interfering with the stream now. So. Technical fault. Okay, I'll take the time just to answer a few questions if anyone's got them. And the obligatory lens wipe on the Rift, which you get used to. Unfortunately, that is one of the downsides of the Rift at the moment, is the lenses do tend to get a little steamed up. until they've been used for an hour. They just need to warm up, basically. So, okie dokie. Just boot that back up quickly and see if I can. There we go. And we're back in the room. Excellent. You bet docking is going to rock with the Rift on. I think docking is going to be a lot easier with the Rift on. I think that's for sure. You're going to have a really, really good sense of your size and the size of the docking bay you're entering, so it's going to make it very, very easy to see what you're doing. At least I say that now. As soon as we can dock, I'm probably going to make a right fool of myself. But hey, that's what I do. That's what I'm good at. Making a fool of myself. Okay. The infamous supply strike. The glare from those engines does seem a lot more dazzling, which is great actually, because it makes it look really, really good. So I'd like to try and do this, not necessarily properly, but in a better way to how I was doing it, because I know there's been a lot of talk about the AI kind of letting you do the reverse swizz, so it's become known on the forums. This idea of just reversing backwards and keeping them just outside of range so that you can get the drop on them. Concentration. Do you hear the whoops, do you hear the concentration? Oh, that beam laser. Oh. Put all that energy into my shields. Where did he go? Where did he go? Which way did he go, George? Is that him? That looks like him. There we go. Whoa. I tell you, when you put it into flight assist off mode and spin your ship around, it really does throw you around. It makes you feel like you are moving at some crazy angle. Whoops. It's my fat thumbs. Set those weapons up, come on. There you go, where's the next one? See, yeah, like I was saying earlier on, sometimes you just want to take a quick glance at the scanner to see where it is and then try and track it yourself. Just move your head around to keep track of it. Definitely feels natural. Oh, the Anaconda spun back round. We got 77% hull. That was not good. Where did it go? Oh, that is really weird. The HUD's drawn upside down there to me. And that's better. energy back into shields there. Have we only got the one left? If the yeah, the wingmen do seem kind of kamikaze still. So I'm with the Anaconda. Not sure if there's any other better combat tactic than to just stay slightly outside of their weapon range. I can't see a better way of doing that, to be fair, with it being such a large ship and everything. I mean, with the fighter ships, I definitely, I'm glad they have spotted the, I wouldn't say flaw, but possible exploit of being able to reverse away from fighters at the same speed and just keep shooting at them until you take them out. I'm glad that's being resolved in a future release. I just hope we can come up with an effective combat tactic to counter some of these. Damn, there goes my second wingman. Forgot these were dumbfire rockets. Boosting away to avoid those rockets. I don't want to get in too close to him. I need to get close enough that those missiles are going to make contact. If his shields go up again, I'm going to have a hard job getting it down by myself without a wingman. Yeah, he's coming in. Yeah, he's got full shields again. So I think when, or if, I know it was possible in Frontier Elite 2, larger ships could fit a hull auto repair system in. I'm thinking, you know, at the moment I can kind of just pick away at this guy and eventually take him down. But if you had a larger ship like this with a hull auto repair system, unless you had multiple of you and colleagues, someone in allies in a group attacking a ship like this at the same time, it would be very difficult to take down a large ship like this without a coordinated attack. So kind of looking forward to how that gets balanced. See, a handy thing with this, actually, even with the Rift, I mean, one of the things that a lot of people complain about with the Rift is the long distance visibility is not good because of the pixel resolution. But what I can actually do is by looking at the bottom left where this the ship marker is, I can see where my laser is hitting his shields, and by proxy I can make kind of very gentle adjustments to go left a little bit or right a little bit and keep that laser hitting at that sweet spot. So even though yes, it is a little pixelated and I can't see that far into the distance, I can still get a good hit on him. So it definitely feels like they have tweaked the AI somewhat. I don't know if this is just a gut feeling which is completely off, but it does feel like the AI is reacting a little differently to the way that I've played this before. He's trying to stay out of my laser range, at least that's what it feels like. He knows that if he lets me get him shields right down, then he's going to be in trouble. So it's almost like he's just trying to make a break for it, rather than wildly spinning around like I recall him doing from the previous alpha. So I think they may have They may have been working on quietly working on a slightly better AI model. Definitely feels like that anyway. Oh, his shields are nearly down. One more full-on blast, and I think we may have him. I think I'll just speed in close to him and see if I can get a missile salvo on him. I know it's dangerous really because I'll be inside his weapon range then, but 44% hull, a few good missile hits should do the trick if my shields hold it. Just put more energy into shields. Oh my god! Oh, there's bits of Anaconda everywhere. My word. Oh, that felt so much better. It definitely does feel like they've tweaked that scenario slightly to improve the way it works. My word, that was awesome, to say the least. Oh dear, I'm all tangled now. Oh, we're... Okie dokie. Right, I'll take a short break and just get my bearings again, and I'll come back and answer some of these questions that have gone on. So thanks for watching for now, folks. I will be back in 5 minutes. Okie dokie. Sorry, I switched over on there. So yes, I've been playing around with this for about an hour now, so I'll just try and catch up on some questions here. So I've got 100 followers. Awesome. Yes, excellent. Let's see. This day just gets better and better. First we get this awesome Christmas present from Frontier, and then 100 followers. Excellent. Brilliant. Yes, we don't have any solid information on the weapons ranges or anything yet, but I imagine it's just a small config setting somewhere. There's probably a file that we can, that Frontier would be able to tweak to change that. So, but yeah, I agree. Yeah, what you said there. I hopefully there will be an AI update to get them to compensate for that reverse trick you can do. I think that will be sorted quite soon. So as always, just keep the questions coming in, and I'll gladly try and answer them to the best of my knowledge, and suggestions as well if there's other things. I know there was a challenge that someone had given me. I think it was Croy, actually. I think Commander Croy told me to fly through the asteroid field with flight assist off using just lateral thrusters, and last time I started doing it, got talking, and then ended up rotating around without realizing what I was doing. So I will try and do that shortly. Oh, there we go. Hands there. You can't figure out how the instancing will work in multiplayer. Okay, so you've got a bubble around every player. Yes, it might join up with other overlapping players' bubbles. That's correct. Yeah, to make a larger instance, assuming that would work. Yeah. Would this mean that you can't go anywhere in the universe seamlessly? No, you can go anywhere you want to go. Would it be basically local bubbles separated by jumps? And also, can we only jump to points of interest? Well, I'll try and explain what my understanding of it is, and hopefully that's close to what Frontier are considering as well. I mean, I had a pretty good idea of how it may work before they made the announcement, because I considered something myself, actually. I work as an indie dev, so well, I'm an indie dev, and that's my day job as well, development. So I like to consider how these things might work. So how I was thinking it may work. Oh, we can see the shadowing is messed up there on the right view. I have full shadow on the left. I have no shadow. That's kind of annoying. So how I'm assuming instancing will work is you're correct in the assumption of bubbles around your ship, basically radar range as far as I can tell. That would kind of allow you to have your own little separate 32-player instance around you, and then when you do get close to another player, they would join if there is obviously enough space in your instance for the players in that other instance. So that's definitely going to work. But I think what's going to be the issue with that is when you have groups of players where there's not enough space in a group to allocate more players. So you can tell I'm concentrating when I can't do two things at once. Yes, there's ice on the cockpit there. There we go. So yes, my assumption with it is it will attempt to join up two instances. I mean, say you had a 16-player instance which you were sat in here now in the asteroid field, and then from the old planet Zelada over there, another 16-player instance is flying along to meet you. Now, assuming that there's going to be a limit of 32 players in an instance, those two instances could combine into one big 32-player shared instance in which you could all fight it out or join forces or whatever. Now, of course, the assumption comes in when what happens when you have two instances, it wouldn't fit into 32. How would that work? Now, I assume if you had, say, 20 players in an instance flying around in the asteroid field here, and another group of 10 people all came over, another group of 20 people came over, that's too much to fit in an instance, so my assumption would be that you wouldn't get a 32 player instance. In that case, no one would get ditched out. You'd effectively have two separate instances, and you'd either not see any of the other group, or the system would automatically replace them with NPCs. Now, No Frontier have actually said that when it comes to multiplayer instances, they've only said that there's a currently the networking allows for a 32 player cap, which they will increase if they can. But they've also said that you could have more NPC characters than player characters. So in theory, you could swap in 20 NPC characters to take the place of these players duking it out in the asteroid field here, and effectively have two concurrent versions of the same universe. Now, I assume that's how it's going to work. The tricky thing comes in when you start looking at things like friends lists and allies and whatnot. If one of your allies is in a group in this asteroid field, and another of your allies is in a group that you're in, travelling towards them, and your groups are too large to join, then obviously that's a contentious problem as well. It's not an easy issue to solve by any stretch of the imagination. So I don't know how Frontier are going to solve those sorts of hard problems at the moment. I think that's something they've been working on intently to come up with an optimal solution that works for everyone. Now, I mean, I wouldn't at all be concerned if there was a way that I could just, if it came up with an option, I can say favourite allies when I make a short range jump or something like that, so I wouldn't be able to stay in my 20-man group that I'm in effectively, and then simply join up with my two allies, the one currently in my group and the one that I'm going to, the points of interest. So it's going to be a very, very difficult balance act. I'll give them that. I don't think they're going to be able to keep everyone happy. I think it's going to be a very, very tricky thing to get right. Sorry, the most mundane details are fascinating with the Rift on this. Completely lost track of the objects on my radar. I just started flying off into the direction. Oh, there's the nav beacon there. So yeah, something I said earlier on, actually, just to the right of the scanner there seems to be the little crosshair you used to have to point you in the direction of the planet, just like the original Elite there. I don't know if anyone noticed that in the previous alpha build, or whether I was just not paying attention because I was having way too much fun. That may be a new addition. And of course, the bobblehead, we now have a little Christmas tree. Very cute. Little lights and everything. Let's try and light it up a little better. If I can get in a position where there's no asteroids blocking the sunlight. Natural instinct is to follow the line of asteroids and not fly out of the asteroid field. Humans are no good at 3 dimensions, are they? There we go. So as I'm just messing around there, I'll try and yeah, it does seem like a nice reference to the original Elite there, with a little radar tracker there. Yeah, so that's a good point. Yeah, So I think one of the things that has been mentioned is that groups of players will appear in the same groups after they've done a jump, be it short range or hyperspace jump. So we're assuming you have that kind of matchmaking system is what's going on when you choose to make a jump. The Frontier servers will probably try and get you set up and do all the handshaking business whilst you're happily flying around waiting for that hyperspace encounter to time out, which seems to make sense. Okay, sound. Oh, I'm sorry if the sound gone down then. It's even more difficult with the Rift on, unfortunately, because I can't see where my microphone is at all. You hope they implement the dodecahedron fluffy dice for the original Elite space stations. Yes, that would be a nice touch. I'd pay for a pair of those. When the pilot model gets put in, talk about physical schizophrenia. Yes, it's going to be a really odd thing being able to look down and see a pair of legs. It's a bit immersion breaking. You can't see the body of the pilot. Yeah, it's immersion breaking is one word. Frigging weird is another word. It is rather odd being a floating head in a Rift game. It's something that takes a bit of getting used to. Sound. Oh, I'm sorry. Which way did he go, George? Which way did he go? There he is. You are mine now. See, one of the things that you naturally do with the Rift on is you tend to just tilt your head to go around corners, be that in a car or any kind of flight simulator. It's just a natural thing that you find yourself doing, and it does look rather daft from the onlooker, but for yourself it just feels completely intuitive. It just seems like the right thing to do. Come on, you wuss, fire back. Don't think he actually does fire back on this particular scenario. Just want to get really close to it so I can get a sense of well, I'd probably be better off going on to the Anaconda mission actually, or the or Incursion, or one of the faction missions or something like that. Try and stay out of the way on the faction mission and have a look at the ships fighting. My mic is bad, it keeps going on and off. No, I think actually I'm just keep knocking the damn thing with the Rift on. That's another one of those issues with VR, is it's a huge problem to keep everything nice. Asteroids are the space equivalent of tumbleweed. Yes, my microphone is on a headset, so that's one of the problems I'm having right now. Is I've got cables all over the place and things bumping into other things, causing all sorts of issues. I'm trying to try and stay out of the way of all these laser beams. I just want to get a up close look of an Anaconda, which isn't going to shoot back at me. Definitely sounds loud and imposing. My word, I'm ever so gently feathering the throttle. It really does feel... Oh, it's such an odd feeling. It's trying to get too close to an Arctic lorry on the motorway. It really does feel like that. This large, imposing lump of metal that I'm trying to maneuver near. Definitely easier to get a peek at it, because I can just rotate my head right around to look at any part I want to look at. Just keep an eye on the scanner, make sure no one suddenly decides to shoot at me. Oh, that's his beam turret there. That's where the little smegger hides. Whoa! Lost track of him now. My word, I dare someone to count those targets on the scanner there. There seems to be a heck of a lot. I mean, if this is a 32-player instance, then my word, I wouldn't want any more players than this. This is insanity. The heat coming off those engines. I might be better off with the supply strike mission actually, and without firing on them I could... Oh yeah, they hate me. They hate me. Okay, I'm not going to go down without a fight. Boom! Ramming speed! Hands up, yeah, regarding the microphone troubles, yes, I agree with you. I hope the consumer version of the Rift isn't quite so chunky. That would definitely make life easier. And you're definitely going to be getting the Cytec X52 for Elite Dangerous. No problem. Yeah, it's a great stick. I'd recommend anyone give it a try. It's absolutely wonderful flight stick. I'm glad I've got it. Oh, and you've got a separate microphone. Yeah, I did try for a while with a separate microphone, but it wasn't quite as good. At least for my purposes, anyway. Okay. Let's see if we can get in close on that Anaconda. So I know that was something that was asked in a earlier stream, was could I get up close to the Anaconda cockpit and have a sneaky peek inside to see what was inside. It's definitely doable, but difficult to maneuver and stay within visibility range sort of thing. So I'm hoping if I now I've got the Rift on, I may be able to just look up at it through the top of my my window here. And there's the cockpit. I'll stop turning. Come on, come on. It's a balancing act. Oh, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That was a bit closer than I thought. Just see the orange glow of a cockpit in there, I'll give it that. Keeps rotating is half the issue. Arching my neck up behind me. Whoa! Whoa, whoa. Sorry, bit of road rage there. I think most of the issue seems to be as soon as you get somewhere within its flight vector, it tries to maneuver out of your way, which is naturally what you'd expect something like that to do. Which is why it keeps trying to roll out of my out of a collision course with me. I'll try and approach it from the front. So the Rift definitely makes flight assist off much more interesting and achievable, to say the least. Nope, it changed direction just as I was trying to get in front of it. Typical. Whoa, that feels weird. Ooh, I'm gonna end up needing a sick bucket, I think. Just use the scanner. Whoa! I do wonder if they have changed the AI model. It does seem to have Much more collision avoidance than it did previously. Definitely is trying its best to get out of my way. Oh, oh, youch. Where'd it go? Ooh, ooh, getting spun around in your seat is a weird sensation. I wonder if the oxygen mask will seem right in your face. If I could find a way of turning the life support off on, I might be able to do that. I didn't see what... Oh. Oh, Petrus there. Is it have we got a problem with the chat again? I see you say someone didn't see what you were writing. This chat is awful. We seem to have nothing but issues with it. I'm going to try and reset the chat a second, so I apologise if I mean the last thing I can see on there. Get shot. From so we will get shot at whilst I'm waiting for the chat to reset.